Hey everybody, it's Matt here, and I'm going to break down the key logistics components that make up a trade show, which will hopefully answer some common questions and make your next trade show stress-free. First, let's talk about all the parties involved in a successful trade show. We'll start with the organizer. Now this could be a company, an industry association, or a nonprofit. The organizer owns the event. They choose the venue, select the approved vendors, set deadlines, and establish the rules that everyone follows. Next is the physical event location. Now this might be a convention center, hotel, or a conference room, but the venue determines dock access, move-in schedules, layout limitations, and what is or isn't allowed on the show floor. Then you have the general contractor or the decorator. The companies like Freeman, GES, or Fern, they physically build the show. They often provide tables, carpet, furniture, signage, and material handling services. If it's part of the show floor, chances are the decorator touched it. And another major piece is the freight logistics. This includes shipping to and from the show, advanced warehousing, and material handling. Basically how the materials move from your facility to the show floor and then back again. And finally, they're the exhibitors, the sponsors, which is probably you. If you've done this before, you know you're working within this system, coordinating with each of these components to ensure your booth shows up, gets set up, and leaves the show without issues. When you understand these roles and how they interact, trade show operations stop feeling complicated and they start feeling predictable. All right, next we'll move on to the exhibitor packet. Now answers to most of your questions will be laid out in the exhibitor packet. This is your instruction manual. It outlines service options, deadlines, inbound and outbound shipping processes, and any required forms. If something is mandatory, it's in that packet. So what services are we talking about? Things like electrical outlets for your booth, renting tables, chairs, and trash cans, and yes, trash cans matter more than you think, internet access, material handling services, and accepted payment methods. Most trade shows approve one official provider per service. This means that one company for power, one for internet, one for material handling. And unfortunately, you don't get a say in this part. Make sure you determine what you need before the show and place the appropriate order. Procrastination here usually equals higher costs later, so keep that in mind. Now let's zoom into one of the most important pieces of that packet, the Material Handling Agreement, or the MHA. Material handling is the physical movement of your booth inside the trade show world, from the dock to your booth space and back out again. Inside the MHA, you'll find shipping dates and delivery windows, material handling charges, which does not include shipping to and from the show, rules around what materials and sizes are allowed, and any optional services that the show offers. Bottom line, if you know what's in the exhibitor packet and actually read the MHA, you'll save time, money, and a whole lot of stress. Plan early, order smart, and your show experience will be smooth instead of frantic. All right, now let's talk about the inbound and outbound shipping, aka how your booth actually gets to the event location and how it leaves. First thing to know, every show has an official show carrier. Now this is a company approved to operate the advanced warehouse, the material handling, and to handle any freight that doesn't get picked up after the show. The official carrier might be the decorator, like Freeman, GES, or Fern, or it could be a third-party carrier hired by the show. But here's the important part though. The show does not control who you ship with to and from the event location. You're free to compare carriers and choose the one that best fits your budget, timeline, and service need. The official carrier only controls what happens once your freight arrives on site. You typically have two inbound options. Option one, which is shipping to the advanced warehouse. If this is available, this is usually the most stress-free option. You ship your materials to the warehouse location provided by the decorator. From there, they'll transport everything to your booth location during load-in. Option two is shipping directly to the show. If the show allows it, you can ship directly to the venue. But here's the catch. You'll be assigned a specific delivery window in which your carrier must arrive. If they show up early or late, that's usually when extra fees start appearing. Next, let's talk about outbound. Before the show ends, be on alert. You'll receive an outbound shipping form. This might be emailed to the main contact, or it's often physically just dropped off at your booth. This form is not optional. You'll need to indicate how your booth is leaving the show by listing your carrier's name as well as a contact. You'll then have to turn this form back into the show, usually at the freight desk. If you don't, or your carrier's name isn't on that form, your shipment will not be released to them at the docks. If you do send a carrier directly to show, they must check in at the marshaling yard, reference your booth number on the bill of lading, and arrive during the approved pickup window. Okay, so let's review a few key takeaways. First, you control your shipping to and from the event site. Second, you must complete the show packet, either online or in paper. Next, if you're shipping directly to a show or picking up directly from a show, your carrier must hit the approved time slots. And lastly, you must complete and submit the outbound shipping form with your carrier's name listed. If that outbound form isn't completed, your freight will be forced out by the official show carrier at a premium rate. And you may not be able to get your material back until that bill is paid, and nobody wants that surprise. When choosing a carrier, experience matters. Trade show shipments are not the same as standard freight. Working with a carrier who understands advanced warehouses, delivery windows, and marshaling yards can make or break your trade show experience. If you guys have any other questions about trade show shipping or logistics, feel free to reach out to ARC and our team is happy to help. Thanks for watching and have a great show.